This is the iPhone 16 and this is the iPhone 16 Pro Max, and today I'm comparing the two biggest releases for iPhones this year. I'll be going through specs, design, battery, performance, cameras, and my overall take on which iPhone I would consider getting after using both of these phones for almost 3 months now. And it's actually a harder decision than you think. Also, I want to thank MOFT for sponsoring today's video, but more about them later. Hey everyone, it's Andrew and welcome back to the channel. It actually makes it one of the toughest years to choose which iPhone to buy. Should you buy the base iPhone this year or go all out and buy the Pro Max? Let's start with overall design. And I think it's everyone's favorite this year by a landslide, but the design of the iPhone 16 is actually amazing. The iPhone 16 comes in a beautiful aluminum frame that fuses with the back glass in colors of ultramarine, pink, black, white, and teal. It also has a redesigned stack camera this year that looks so good in my opinion. I'm really getting used to the Pro Max size because I've had it for the last few years now, so this feels really small in hand for me. Its dimensions are 147.6 millimeters in height, 71.6 millimeters in width, and 7.8 millimeters in depth. And it only weighs 170 grams, so it's super light. It feels almost like weightless. The 16 Pro Max has an ultra durable titanium frame with a textured matte back glass. It comes in desert titanium, black titanium, white titanium, and natural titanium, which is the best color to ever come to iPhone in my opinion. It's a massive phone, like it's a really big phone to hold, but I love it because it doesn't feel heavy. It's 163 millimeters in height, 77.6 millimeters in width, 8.25 millimeters in depth, and it weighs 227 grams. The 16 Pro Max has a pro camera system with 3 cameras, and to be honest, I'm kind of done with this design. If Apple can actually take away a lens and kind of develop a system where there's only 2 lenses needed to get what is already in the Pro camera, I think that would be better and a much better looking design. Both phones have an action button, volume up and down, the power button, the camera capture, USB-C, and speakers at the bottom. As far as durability goes, the titanium frame is going to win with the iPhone 16 Pro Max, and I just feel like it has a little bit more of a premium look and feel to it as opposed to the iPhone 16 with aluminum. Both phones are water resistant with a depth of 6 meters for 30 minutes. And the screen is the latest generation of ceramic shield. I do have a matte screen protector currently on my iPhone 16 Pro Max, so I'll link that in the video description if you want to check that out. And speaking of screens, let's talk about the display. The iPhone 16 has a 6.1 Super Retina XDR display. And while it's fine and normal for using iOS and social media, the 60Hz refresh rate on the iPhone 16 is fine until you've used the iPhone 16 Pro Max. Let's just be honest. The iPhone 16 Pro Max also has a Super Retina XDR display, but it includes ProMotion and it has an always-on display as well. But honestly, this screen is massive at 6.9 inches. But seriously, the Pro Max and its display is just an absolute joy to use. And so it definitely wins it in the display category. All right, onto battery life. And it's been pretty solid for both of these phones in my experience. Obviously, the iPhone 16 Pro Max is a bigger phone, so it has a bigger battery. But honestly, I was surprised at the iPhone 16's battery in my initial testing, using it for about 2 straight weeks. And I think everyone has different use cases, but for me, I use my phone mainly for iOS apps, so maps mainly, Apple Notes, reminders, calendar, that kind of stuff, and social media like YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. I also take a lot of photos, so on a heavy day, battery can go pretty quick, but on average, I was getting pretty good battery life. I'll also use CapCut for the occasional edit for like a short video, but when I was first testing these phones out, I was getting 6 hours and 20 minutes of screen on time, and 2 hours and 32 minutes of screen off time with the iPhone 16 Pro Max. And for the iPhone 16, I was getting roughly 5 hours of screen on time and about 1.5 hours of off screen time. But with both of those times, I can get through the day. So battery isn't like significantly better on the Pro Max. It is better, so it wins in that category. But if battery life is just like, hey, need the phone to get me through the day, I'm not a heavy user, the 16's battery is going to be good. Now a word from today's sponsor. Whichever iPhone you choose, having reliable accessories is a must. MOFT offers fantastic tools for the iPhone 16 series with the MOFT Creator Kit, including the Snap-on wallet and the invisible tripod stand. The Snap-on wallet is incredibly slim, which holds several cards with ease. What makes it even better are its adjustable modes. You can stand your iPhone in landscape, portrait, or floating positions. As a creator, I've been loving the invisible tripod. It's helped me capture some really unique shots in this video, and it extends all the way up to 8 inches high in floating mode, making it super versatile. And the Movis leather case that I've been using throughout this entire video comes in the Creator Kit as well. It's soft, durable, and MagSafe compatible, working seamlessly with all of these accessories. The kit also includes great tools like the SnapFlow note stand and a lanyard, both of which came in clutch during my recent vacation. If you're interested, check out the pinned comment or the video's description for the link. Thanks MOFT again for sponsoring today's video. Alright, on to performance. The iPhone 16 has the A18 chip, and the iPhone 16 Pro Max has the A18 Pro chip. The A18 chip has a 6-core CPU, a 5-core GPU, and a 16-core neural engine. The only difference is that with the 16 Pro Max, it has a 6-core GPU. I did run Geekbench 6 for people that really want to see the difference, but to be honest, like even these numbers really don't matter for me. When I use the phone, the experience is pretty much the same, and kind of going back to the display, to me that's what makes the difference in terms of like feeling a difference. Now these chips do offer Apple Intelligence for you, so you would be getting something that if you're upgrading from anything other than the 15 Pro or Pro Max is a totally new feature. Some tools are really helpful and it's getting better with each beta update, but it really still doesn't come close to ChatGPT, and that's what Apple is using with Apple Intelligence anyways when it does its querying. But yeah, overall performance works as expected. It's an iPhone. It's going to work for the next 3 to 5 years perfectly. So whatever one you end up picking in terms of performance, yeah, it's gonna be fine. All right, let's talk about camera and video. Let's start with the iPhone 16 and we'll kind of progress because the iPhone 16 Pro Max does have a better camera. The new 48 megapixel fusion lens and 12 megapixel ultra wide lens are really a game changer when it comes to the base model having such a powerful camera. So you get 0.5x, 1x, and 2x optical zoom, which does provide a little bit of flexibility. But for me, it's hard to not miss the 5x optical zoom that you get with the iPhone 16 Pro Max, because when you go beyond 5x with the iPhone 16, it really starts to falter. And you can zoom even further in, but your image is just going to look awful. Now here's some of my favorite shots I've taken with the iPhone 16 Pro Max. And you get the same zoom controls for optical zoom, but there's an additional 5x optical zoom, which is kind of in the realm that I live in. It also has a 48 megapixel fusion camera, a 12 megapixel telephoto lens, and a 48 megapixel ultra wide lens. But one thing I still think is really special with the 16 Pro Max over the 16 is being able to shoot photos in Apple Pro RAW. Video too is really good on both of these. You do miss out on ProRes if you don't get the iPhone 16 Pro Max. You can also shoot in 4K at 120 FPS. And so if that's something that very niche that you would want to do, then the iPhone 16 Pro Max's camera is going to be better for you. Either phone is going to be great for just normal stuff, but if you are getting into content creation, you may want to consider the 16 Pro Max. Both devices also can shoot spatial video and spatial photography for your Vision Pro that you'll probably never buy. I barely use camera capture. Used it a few times when I was on a cruise, holding my son and just having one finger to touch the camera capture to open up the camera to take a video or a photo. Kind of convenient. Other than that, haven't used it. Photographic styles is pretty cool. And I haven't used the audio mix feature that comes preloaded into both of this with the Photos app. The price for the 16 starts at $799. It starts at 128 gigabytes going all the way up to 512. The starting price of the iPhone 16 Pro Max is $1199. Starting at 256 gigabytes, which thank you Apple for doing that, going all the way up to 1 terabyte. I feel like most people want a phone that works, has good battery, and takes pretty decent photos. And so with that, the iPhone 16 is going to fit most people. The iPhone 16 Pro Max is someone that just wants the best of the best design, the best camera, best battery life, and overall just one of the best phones out there when you compare it to other flagships. But yeah, let's say I was at the Apple Store and I was choosing between the iPhone 16 or the iPhone 16 Pro Max. For me, I would be going with the iPhone 16 Pro Max. The camera is really the features that stand out to me the most and what I use the most, and I need that little bit of extra pro level to be able to use daily. I also think ProMotion is more important to me than 60 Hertz. I'd rather have the ProMotion display, and the always on display is really convenient for me. The iPhone 16 Pro Max is the clear winner over the iPhone 16. That being said, I still think most people don't care about what I care about. And so if you need me to say, don't feel FOMO, you don't have to get the Pro Max, go with the iPhone 16. I'm telling you now, it is an amazing phone. I'm comparing it to one of the best iPhones out there with the 16 Pro Max. And seriously, the iPhone 16 is keeping up. But yeah, there's not much separating the two. You're paying for a display and some better camera features. All right, so which one are you going to choose? Let me know in the comments below. And if you already got it, if you already got the iPhone 16 or whichever iPhone 16 series you got, let us know in the comments below what your experience has been like. And as always, guys, thanks for watching. God bless, and I will see you on the next video.